So the last topic we're going to get to is really just how do we pull this all together into a proposal? So looking at your PYLP project, looking at your next step, we're going to see kind of how we can put this all together. First thing we're looking at is the idea of defining your proposal. So define your project and create a question. One of the best ways I have my students is looking at the idea in this statement. How can you best impact whatever topic in your community? How can you best impact plastic bag use? How can you best impact cultural connections between different groups? Whatever it is, you're looking at that idea of what can you do that can have the biggest impact on your community. And before immediately coming up with a solution, one of the things we do with design thinking is the idea of ideating, or in other words, brainstorming. Start coming up with a list of different things. What are different things, different ways that you can kind of impact your community? Think of all the different things, because what you might find is some of them are connected together. Well, you might try to impact one thing, you might impact the community in a different way instead. Another thing we can look at is thinking about the statement of the problem. What is already known about the issue that you're interested in? What do you already know? What do you see? What have you observed in the community around you? What questions can you ask other people that they could tell you more about what they see about this issue? What could you look up? What information could you research even? Next thing is what is currently being done in your community to deal with this issue, if anything. This is important because the last thing you want to do is do the exact same thing that somebody else is doing. You want to create something new. And the last piece here is what are you going to do and how is it going to create change? So it's not just about this idea of what the issue is, but rather what can you do? What's a proposal? Now, part of this as a proposal is that this might not be the final thing you end up with, but it is going to be something you can kind of pull together. The last part of it is obviously how can this create change? How can this do something differently than what is being done currently? How can this impact and start making it to where other people are able to get involved? When we look at these four pieces of a proposal, the last two pieces beyond the target audience and community, which we've talked about, the statement of the problem, the last two pieces are team membership and leadership capabilities, and that list of organizations and individuals to help you. Now, these are going to be the people that are in your community, the people that are your friends, the people that are mentors, teachers, whoever else that can go ahead and help influence you. Think about the assets. Who can help you and what can they bring to help with your project? And then start thinking outside maybe the little team and the people that you need to actually help and help run this with you. But rather, what other people can you pull in? Are there other organizations? Are there church groups? Are there going to be other religious leaders or religious groups in your community? Are there people that are already interested in this that you can help pull in to help with your project? Part of this overall is really looking at what is available in your community to get the best project possible. As you go through and think about the next steps, it's not just about the idea of thinking about the people, but then thinking about what you can do. Can you brainstorm? Can you ideate? Can you think about what you can do to help those people? Then come up with a prototype, come up with a draft of a plan of action. Get feedback, though, on that. And you want to test this out. Ask others and get feedback from those that are impacted. Make sure that this helps. Does this fit their needs without making things more difficult? One of the things we often do is come up with a plan and we just go with it. And asking for feedback is a great way to involve your community and make sure that this is something that they want to be a part of, but they can be a part of. The last piece is going to be implementation. So after getting feedback, after potentially even making some changes, and you might make changes all the way up until the end, now it's time to put your plan into action and hopefully see some success. Just want to say good luck for your project. Hope this all goes well. Hope this has been helpful as far as understanding some different ways of thinking about the project, thinking about some different steps and how we can really make a difference along the way. Good luck, and hopefully see you in the future.